Are you ready to break free from the doubts and limits holding you back? Welcome to Embrace Your Value, where therapy meets coaching to help you unlock your true worth and take control of your life.
Hi, I'm Kristen, a trauma therapist dedicated to helping you heal, break old patterns, and reclaim your power.
And I'm Jen, your support coach, here to show you how to set fierce boundaries, embrace self-compassion, and step boldly into the life you deserve.
So whether you're stuck in self-doubt or feeling lost, know this: your value isn't up for negotiation. It's time to own it.
Every week, we tackle real issues that challenge, inspire, and empower you to live with purpose and confidence.
So grab your favorite drink, take a deep breath, and let's get started.
Because you're not here to play small. It's time to embrace your value. I want to start today with a question that a lot of women don't expect to wrestle with. Have you ever worked really hard towards something, reached the goal, and instead of feeling relief, you felt pressure? Maybe you finished a big project, reached a milestone in your career, built something you're proud of, or accomplished something you've been working toward for a long time. And instead of your body relaxing, your mind immediately went to the next thing. I know for me, I had a very small taste of this when I finished my book. When I was done writing my Give Your Yes a Bestie Named No book, I instantly thought, ooh, what's next? And I had to remind myself that I get to enjoy this momentum, this accomplishment that I just did. So we have these things too. Like, this isn't just you guys. We get this too. So when this comes up, the next responsibility, the next expectation, the next thing you need to prove, just know that you can take that breath. What we're talking about today is something that surprises a lot of people when they first hear it. Success does not automatically create safety in the nervous system. And when safety isn't present internally, success can actually feel a lot like stress.
Yes. And this is such an important distinction because we often assume that this achievement will naturally create a sense of calm or arrival. From a nervous system perspective, though, success and safety are two completely different experiences. Achievement is external, something I've done, something I've built, something I've written in Jen's case. Safety is internal. It's in your body. It's in your soul. It's in your mind. Your nervous system isn't measuring your accomplishments the way the outside world does. It's constantly scanning for one question: am I safe right now? If the body has learned over time that belonging, approval, or stability comes through performance, then success doesn't necessarily relax the system. In fact, it can sometimes make the system more vigilant because the nervous system begins to think things like, now I have to maintain this. Now I have to keep proving myself. What if I lose this? What if I can't level up? Instead of feeling settled, the body can feel more alert. Like Jen said, another book. What's the next thing? What's the thing that I have to do to keep going, or even just to maintain? Like, that maintenance part can be very, very disruptive to your nervous system. You become more watchful and more pressured. And this is why so many capable, accomplished women still experience anxiety or restlessness, even when things in their lives look objectively successful. Of course, objectively is from the outside. So that's what everybody else is going to see. Their nervous system internally hasn't received the message that it's allowed to relax.
This resonates so much with not only me, but the women I work with. A lot of them have built incredible lives. They're leaders in their careers. They've created businesses. They've raised families, or they are raising families. I have a little of both. They've achieved things they once thought were impossible. But when we actually talk about how success feels in their body, the word that most often comes up is pressure. Pressure to keep performing, pressure to maintain what they've built, pressure to make sure they never drop the ball. And a lot of times, too, it also shows up as perfectionism. That pressure to be perfect all the time. And what's interesting is that many of them expected success to feel like freedom. They thought that once they had reached a certain milestone, the internal pressure would quiet down. But instead, it often gets louder. Because if your nervous system has learned that your worth is connected to what you produce, success can start to feel like something you have to defend, not something you get to enjoy. Always chasing the next thing, it's exhausting. And it's also exhausting to live in a system where rest feels like falling behind. I know we've talked about this in the past. This is a great place to remind you that rest is not earned. You do not have to earn your rest. So therefore, if rest feels like falling behind, it's probably a great time to evaluate, where do I need to take more breaks? What is going on? Because there's something else there. Because it's not normal. That's not the way that should be. So where your brain immediately replaces one accomplishment with another expectation. And this is where self-worth and capacity start to matter more than productivity. When your sense of worth comes from inside instead of output, success begins to feel different. It stops being something you constantly chase or protect. It becomes something you can actually experience and be proud of. You get to be proud of your worthiness. That's what we want for you.
Yes, that is what we want. Just a little bit of calm, safety, and some pride in who you are and knowing what your worth is. One of the most important things to understand is that the nervous system does not automatically update when your circumstances change. So you can reach a new level in your career, your relationship, your personal life, and your body may still be operating on patterns that were built years earlier. Doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It means your system is still trying to protect you in the way it learned how, which is to be on high alert. Be ready for the shoe to drop. Be ready for the next thing to happen. Be prepared if you need to do more. Safety comes from something that the body learns through experience. Your body has to experience safety, like in a physical way, in a mental way, in a emotional way, especially emotional way. When you can do that with your body, when you can feel safety emotionally in your body, you can handle anything. Through moments where you accomplish something and allow yourself to pause, through moments where success isn't immediately followed by another demand. through moments where you acknowledge what you've done without rushing past it and looking for the next thing. Yes, we want to have goals. We want to know where we want to be. We want to reach higher, but we don't have to rush to it. So before we wrap up today, I'd like to leave you with a question to reflect on this week. Think about the last time you accomplished something meaningful to you. Maybe you finished a project, handled something difficult, reached a goal you'd been working toward. And ask yourself this: did your body feel, remember your body feel satisfaction, calm, safety? Or did it immediately move into pressure and anxiety and rushing and nervousness? For the next few days, try something simple. When you complete something, even something small, pause for a moment. Take one breath in, out. Acknowledge it, not as proof that you're worthy, but as something you created, contributed, or completed. Notice what happens in your body when you allow success to exist without immediate replacing it with the next demand. Sometimes the nervous system just needs to experience that success can be followed by presence, groundedness, not pressure. And over time, that's how success begins to feel different.
Absolutely. And, I love that question, Kristen, where you're talking about, do you feel satisfaction when you accomplish something meaningful, or do you just immediately go to pressure and it's pressure to do the next thing? If you feel so inclined as our listeners to let us know that in the comments, the show notes below, we'd love to hear from you. These conversations get even more meaningful when we hear exactly what's happening in your lives and how you're able to put these podcasts to use for you. So if that's something you're inclined to do, we would love to hear from you. And if this resonated with you, please feel free to share it with someone else. Be sure you hit that subscribe, which is that little bell, so that you always know when we drop a new episode. And thanks for being here with us today.
Thank you for being here with us today.
If today's episode hit home, don't just keep it to yourself. Subscribe, leave us a review, and share this episode with someone who needs to hear it. Because everyone deserves to know their worth.
Next week, we're diving even deeper with more insights and tools to help you break free from limitations and live authentically.
Until then, keep raising your standards, owning your worth, and embracing your value.